Joining us now is House Majority Whip Steve Scalise, who's still recovering after being shot over the summer, and he's pushing back against the left's efforts to politicize what happened out in Vegas. Joining us now, Louisiana Congressman Steve Scalise. I am so glad to see you. I just want you to know, and this audience's thoughts and prayers were with you, and I tried to relay that to people on your staff. How are you doing, Congressman?
I'm doing great, Sean, and it's great to be back with you. I really appreciate the prayers. We felt them. We received that from you and for people all around the world. It really was uplifting at a tough time for me and my family, and the power of prayer can't be underestimated. As I said on the House floor, I'm a living example that miracles really do happen, because I saw real miracles happen out on that ball field and even after that. So I'm lucky to be alive, and it's just really good to be with you.
I remember getting an early report like a day, 2 days after, and that you had had a massive number of blood transfusions, and it was very touch and go. Have doctors told you how close you were to maybe not recovering from this?
They did. You know, probably about a month after, when I was through all the surgeries, I asked my main trauma surgeon, Dr. Sava, I said, can you walk through with me what really happened, especially in those first few days when I was unconscious? I didn't come to until about the 4th day after I went to the hospital because of all the surgeries. And he said that first day especially, there were at least 2 times where it could have gone the other way. And you know, you look at just getting to the hospital alive. My colleague from Ohio, Brad Wenstrup, if he's not there, a doctor, an Army Ranger who actually served combat and helped get people to the hospital from the battlefield, he applied a tourniquet that slowed the bleeding down, and I would have bled out if I didn't have that tourniquet applied, and I wouldn't have even made it to the hospital. So,
what is your recollection of the shooting?
I remember hearing the first shot, but you're not thinking, we're playing baseball, and you're not thinking there's a gunman shooting. We're out on a ball field. I looked and I saw a tractor where the noise was coming from, and I figured maybe the tractor backfired, and then all of a sudden you heard a few more shots, and by that point I got hit and went down, and was hearing a lot of gunfire back and forth. That's when my security detail agents, David Bailey and Crystal
they were
Griner,
amazing.
Engaged the shooter. They're true heroes.
They all risked their life. They're in an open field with a pistol against a rifle. And
yeah, they were heavily outgunned. But look, if they didn't have those guns to counter the shooter, it would have been a massacre. You know what he went out there intending to do, and if it wasn't for the fact that he was confronted with other people with guns, he would have gotten away with it, and luckily for all of us, he didn't.
Well, you know, it was really heartbreaking last week. I was in Vegas, and I interviewed a guy. He was holding his wife of 32 years' hand when she got shot in the back of the head and died in his arms. It nearly killed me. I want to play what he said to me. The country races into a big debate over gun control. You lost your wife. When you hear that and then maybe juxtapose it versus what the president said today, what is the right thing for the country to do and how to handle it?
Sean, it was a tragedy Sunday night. I still will never give up my rights.
Still never
give up my rights.
I will never give up my rights. You were shot in that field that day, and you're saying the same thing. Dianne Feinstein said this weekend, I don't think there's any set of laws that could have prevented what happened in Vegas. So what is your answer to all of those that so quickly race to politicize this?
Well, first, my prayers are with the families, those people that lost loved ones, and those people that are still fighting for their lives. And what I said was, in any tragedy, when you have a tragedy, your first thought ought to be, how can we help the people that are suffering, the victims of a criminal act like this? How, you know, let's pray for them first of all. In a case like what happened in Las Vegas, similar to what happened to me, a lot of those people needed blood. I called immediately for people to go and donate blood. And yet, unfortunately, you got some people, their first thought when they hear what happened is to go and hold a press conference and call for more gun control when they don't even know the facts. And frankly, the things that they're offering would have done nothing to stop that shooting. And so why don't we, at least in those moments, our full thoughts ought to be with those victims and praying for them, because I felt the prayers. Those prayers helped me, and I would imagine a lot of those families are looking for those prayers right now.
No, Congressman, we're glad you're well. We're glad you're back. We wish you a full, complete recovery. I know you still got a little ways to go. We're so glad you can come on tonight, and we're glad you survived that. Thank you for being with us.